Hello, how are you? I hope you're doing well today. I know I am doing great. So today, I'm really actually excited to do this video. So the beautiful Love Heatherette actually commented on a video where I stated that I am the type of person who buys backups of things that I love, usually when they're being discontinued, but that's not always the case. Sometimes they're just on a really good deal and I know I'm gonna go through them, so I buy backups. And she left me a comment basically stating that she is nosy and she wants to see my backups. And guess what? I am also nosy. So I would also love to see people's backups and what they choose to spend extra coin on to keep in a box until they use them. I think that's a fantastic idea for a video, and I want to say thank you for asking me to do that. So I'm going to. Now, this is my backups box. It is a large Chanel box. It's a large box. There's a lot of stuff in here, but I will say that it's just makeup. This is only going to be makeup related, okay? And I'm digging because I accidentally stuck something in this box that was not supposed to go in here, and because I've already filmed this once. That seems to be a thing that I do. I mess up and I have to film again, and then I mess everything else up. Okay, well, anyway, I'll figure it out in a second. So, yes, this is only makeup related products in here. If we went through skincare, body care, hair care, nail care, candles, lotion, this would be an hour-long video. And though I am no stranger to filming hour-long videos, I think the makeup is good. I think that is interesting. You know, I don't know if skincare backups are that interesting. I will do an updated skincare video. I have one from the last time I was running this channel, and it's the only video that is not privated, I'm pretty sure. So you can go back to basically the beginning of my channel and you can see skincare products that I love, or did love. Most things haven't changed, some things have, so I will eventually do an update of that, and my favorite body care and hair care products. But just for time's sake and keeping things more interesting, I will just show you makeup backups today. Number two, there are a couple things in here, or that are not in here, that will be eventually. This is not the end-all be-all of my backups. This is not where it ends. So, for instance, this is the Becca Sunlit Bronzer in Bronze Bondi, and I will purchase a backup of this, but I will also be purchasing Capri Coast and Bali Sands. The second that I find a sale on these, they are mine. I love this bronzer. Do I need backups of it? Absolutely not. Is it ridiculous? Absolutely yes. Do I care? No. And then what I accidentally put in this box that should have been another product is the Milani Make It Last Setting Spray. So I pulled that out of my container of stuff that I'm currently using, because typically there would be several backups of that product in this box, but I am on my last one. And anytime Ulta does a Milani sale, I always buy multiple of it because I basically use it like anybody uses Fix Plus. So that is to melt all my powders together on my face. I use it before I do my makeup sometimes if I'm feeling extra dry. To be fair, I have the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid, so that's kind of taken place of that purpose. But I also use it to wet pigments, to wet eyeshadows, to make them liners, all of that good stuff. And though there is a gnat in my room. Summer is hell. I don't like summer. I'm a winter baby. I don't like summer. All the bugs come out, all the flies come out. I don't like it. Anyway, yes, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, though I would usually buy a MAC version of anything that existed, The Milani Make It Last setting spray is cheaper in the long run, and it is basically exactly the same thing. So I see no point in spending the money on MAC Fix Plus. If like during the 30% off sale, I probably should have gotten a bottle of it, but I like the Milani just the same, so I'm just gonna wait for another sale to get a new bottle and 3 or 4 backups. So that is that. Before I get started on the topic though, I literally had so much fun doing my makeup today. This is not a makeup of the day. I will put everything in the description box that I have on, nails included. I forgot to bring out the nail polisher. I would show you, but yes, I wanted to be a fairy today. I decided when I woke up today, I felt like a fairy. So I wanted to wear glitter, and I needed to utilize things in my collection that I have not been utilizing. So I pulled out this Pixi liquid eyeshadow in SunRay, and it is the most beautiful golden, but like neutral golds glitter, and it is phenomenal. It has stayed on all day long. I've been out in the heat so long today, and I hate it. But yes, I put it on the inner corner, and I don't know if the light's gonna catch it, but right there under the arch of my eyebrow. Absolutely amazing, and I'm a little disappointed in myself that I don't use my liquid eyeshadows as much. I'm trying to make an effort, of course, to use up my stuff, but also get use out of all of my products, and this is absolutely a standout product for today, so I thought it was worth mentioning. And yeah, it's a great product. If you like liquid eyeshadows, these are really good, especially if you find them in a 2-pack like I did at Kohl's. Great deal. It's like 11 bucks for 2 of them. I think they're usually like $16 too, which was a crazy deal. Anyway, I love it. Again, I'll list everything in the description box. I usually shut the door when I film, and I have made the mistake now twice in filming this to not shut the door. My cats are very hyperactive today. Usually they are not. I don't know what is going on, but they are consistently running back and forth and being very loud. So I apologize, but also they are my babies, and they should be allowed to have freedom to do that in their home. So if it gets on your nerves, I'm sorry, but... And then there's a truck. This is going great. There's gnats, there's trucks, there's cats. There's me not remembering what I was gonna say. Yep, typical video. Anyway, so let's get started. Let me show you what's in my backups box. I'm really glad that she asked me to do this video. I'm really glad. All right, first things first. During the spring haul event at Ulta, they did a really good deal on the Real Techniques sponges. So I have actually pretty much gone back to using actual foundation brushes like the Sigma F80 for putting on foundation. I find during summer the sponge is not my friend because I do get extra oily during summer, as most people do, and so this takes the dewy level a little too high for me. But I do like to use the sponges for like my cream bronzer sometimes, just depending on how I feel. And also I will say I really particularly like using a sponge when my skin is flaky. Like, I get oily but my skin's still flaky. I guess that's combination skin. So the sponge doesn't like pull up the flakes. That sounds super gross, but like, you know, like when you buff the flakes, it just makes it look really bad. The sponge really helps. Now, typically I buy like this 10-pack of like beauty blender dupes from Amazon, but they had a really good deal on these during the spring haul event, so I just bought several of them. This is just the pack that I haven't opened yet, and all of the rest of them I used on a wedding, and I still haven't cleaned them. They're in a bin because I'm lazy. I am lazy. Also, during that same event, I have 1 pack on the go already, but these are 2 other packs of the Kiss Pompadour Lash. These hands down are my favorite lashes, like full strip lashes. And usually there would be more of the wispies, not the demi wispies, the wispies in here as well, because they're even on both sides. So I always cut them in half and use them as corner lashes, whether it be on myself or on people that I'm doing makeup for, because especially for weddings, I think corner lashes look great, and those are the perfect ones because they're inexpensive and I get double use out of them. So usually I'd have more in here too, but for myself, for a strip lash, the Pompadour, absolute favorites, will always have backups of those. And then there are lashes in here that I don't actually care about. The Huda Beauty ones, I don't like these. These are so over the top for my taste. But I have them because they came in a lash stash, which I will get to. All right, you would have seen this in my makeup thrifting chronicles. This is the large size of the Tom Ford Gold Dust Bronzer. This is one of my absolute favorite bronzers for summer. I don't necessarily love this very much during winter, but during this time of year, this bad boy, hands down one of my favorite bronzers. I will say the Becca Sunlit is a close call when it comes to them, which is why I don't mind having a backup of both. So yes, I have the smaller version of this in my drawer currently on the go, and when I eventually get through it, I will move on to this one. And I don't care how long it takes. I will not get rid of that bronzer because it's amazing, and it was a great deal on Macari. Okay, so as ridiculous as this is going to sound, I have backups of 3 different highlighters. That's what this is. It's backups, and backups are ridiculous in nature. So I have a backup of Prismatic Amethyst from Becca, of course, and then this one is Rose Quartz. Absolutely my favorite highlighter of all time. Like, in general, if I could have one singular highlighter, it would be this one. This is the winner chicken dinner. I like Prismatic Amethyst because it's the only colorful highlighter that I've ever found that I genuinely think not only looks good, but is flattering on a fair complexion. So I don't mind having a backup of it. And then this was an unintentional backup. This is the MAC Soft and Gentle, and it's in the old packaging, which seems a little silly that I would have a backup in the old packaging when the one I'm using is in the new packaging. But during my makeup thrifting spree, I purchased a bundle of MSFs from somebody, and I guess this had been in her, like, on her page in her Macari store for months, and it just wasn't selling because, like, you can get this at any point. So because I purchased so many from her, she basically just gave this to me for free, and that's fine with me. I will say though, this is the older version, and it is slightly darker than the one that I currently have, which I find strange, but I like it. I like that it's a little darker, because when I get a little bit of color, I don't often go out in the sun, but this looks really good when I get a little bit of color. All right, let me see, where am I gonna go next? I'll just show you the 3 lip liners I have in here. So I worked for Lancome. I got a ton of lip liners. This is the only one that I got 2 of though. I don't even know what color this is. Rose Lancome. And this particular lip liner, I have a Clinique lipstick in the shade Graffiti Pop, and it is an identical match to this lip liner. So I only use this lip liner with that lipstick, but considering that's one of my favorite lipsticks, I know I will get through the one that I'm currently using, and I'll be able to move on to this one. And then, I know you guys are well aware of this because this was in the only haul video that is posted on my channel. These are 2 KKW lip liners in the shade 1. I have it on right now with a lipstick, also from Clinique, strangely enough. Yes, this is my favorite nude lip liner in existence, ever. If I could only have one nude lip liner, this would be it, because it is slightly darker, and slightly more cool toned than most other nude lip liners. I find every other nude lip liner I have has like a peachy undertone of some kind, except I have one L'Oreal that is a little bit similar to this. And the reason I like cool toned ones is because it creates a shadow and makes your lips look fuller without you having to overline them. So for my complexion and the style of lip liner I like, this is my favorite. These were 50% off during 21 Days of Beauty. And I have 4 of that shade and 1 of 0.5, which again is like peachy. So yeah, I have no problem running through this lip liner. It's the best. And it literally looks good with every nude lipstick I own. All of them, I've tried it. All right. So I told you I got these in a Sephora Lash Stash. So every year I buy that during Christmas. And I was actually very shocked. I know this is still a lot of mascara, but considering I buy one of those every single year and there's no way still to get through all of those mascaras in a year, I'm surprised that this is all I have left. And I think it's because I've given some of them away that I already knew that I didn't love. None of the large size have I given away, but I have also used up several because I do layer mascaras often. But yeah, I was really surprised to open this box to see that this is all I have left. So I'm definitely going to have to get one this year. I'll just quickly tell you the ones that are in here. I have 2 of the IT Cosmetics Lash Blowout. I haven't tried it yet, so we'll see if I like it. And then I also have 2 of the Lashcraft. I'm using one of them. And then I had another one, but I don't know where it is. I know I had 3 of these. I'll have to find it. I genuinely don't know where it went, but I love this. I thought that this was just something they kind of threw in the Lash Stash to be a little cheap. And I mean, like, I get that they're trying to, like, also bring attention to the Sephora brand, but, like, rarely do people talk about the Sephora brand. Like, the liquid lipsticks were, like, the only thing that I've ever seen super hyped from the Sephora brand. But this mascara is actually phenomenal, and depending on how much the full size is, I would 100% consider buying it. I think if it costs more than, like, $13, I probably wouldn't, because it reminds me of the L'Oreal Voluminous, except it also lengthens. So Voluminous is just volumizing, but this also lengthens my lashes. Like, when I tell you my lashes have not looked this good in months, I mean it. This is a great mascara. I did not have to go off like that for that long, but it's so good. Okay, I have Bad Gal Bang. I don't really love this one. I've used up several of these minis because they always seem to put it in the Lash Stash. It's okay if I mix it with something else, but it is a little too wet for my liking. Then I have Tarte, I think this is Tarte Big Ego. I haven't tried it. Tarte Lights Camera Lashes. This is one of the best standard mascaras I've ever used, so I'm happy to have one of these. I have 2 Benefit roller lashes, a small one and a big one, and I cannot wait to go to these, but I don't know if I want to go to these or continue using the Sephora one. I don't know. We'll just see how I feel. And then this one, I actually already know that I hate this mascara. This is Pure Fully Charged. So I was the supervisor of a beauty department, and that beauty department sold Pure, and so I got many bottles of this for free, like full-size ones. Tried the first one, absolutely hated it, and gave them all away. So I think I probably got this as like a free gift with purchase from Ulta or something. It probably came in one of those like sample bags that they give you, like the 30-piece sample bags, like they do twice a year or something like that. I would assume is where this came from, because Sephora doesn't sell this mascara, but I really don't like that mascara, so I will be giving that one away. All right, I have 2 kind of eye primers. This is the NYX Glitter Glue. I have one on the go. I love this for Super Shock shadows. I heard what is her name? I think her name is Megan. I follow her on Instagram, and she brought up the fact that she uses glitter glue with Super Shock shadows. I tried it and immediately fell in love with Super Shocks. Like, I absolutely love Super Shock shadows now. And I don't know if you remember in my declutter, I said I really didn't like them. This changed my mind. So this was unintentional for me to have a backup of this, or even to have it at all. But my good friend Nicole, hi Nicole, if you're watching my video, I love you. I love you. Anyway, so we worked together, and we would often declutter our makeup, and we would bring it into work and we would swap. And she had 2 of these that she just like never used. So I was like, I'll go ahead and take that off your hands. And I really do like this. I used to use the Too Faced glitter glue. This is equally as good, if not better, to be honest. And then MAC did 30% off like a week ago or so, maybe 2 weeks, I don't know. But I got a backup of my 24-hour base. Now I still have like a third of my tube left that I'm currently using, but it was 30% off, and I'm going to go through it. And this is my favorite eye primer. Nars Pro Prime is second, and then I do have a small baby version of the Urban Decay Primer Potion, because I have to use Primer Potion with Urban Decay eyeshadows, and it's just genius marketing, because genuinely their eyeshadows will not last on me with any other primer. So I have to have like a little baby size of it at all times for when I decide to use my Urban Decay shadows. But yes, I love this. So this is a fun one. Again, another unintentional backup, but I have a second Chanel New Moon, and I'm thankful that I do. So basically, I ordered this shadow from Chanel, and it came to me looking like that, right? It looks dried up. So I opened it and did not know anything about these particular eyeshadows, and I contacted Chanel, and I was like, hey, I think this is dried up. And they were like, send us a picture. So I did, and they immediately emailed me back. They were like, we're just gonna send you another one. No questions asked. So I got the second one, and it looked the same. So I was like, okay, apparently this is just a thing. So then I like just kind of pressed it down into the jar, and it was totally fine. So the one I'm using was like this, totally fine. So I know that this one is gonna be fine, because they're kind of a drier consistency anyway. But I'm happy to have 2 of them, because it's one of my favorite eyeshadows. If you saw what my current one looks like, you would know. Like, it is literally one of my favorite eyeshadows of all time. Okay, this is in here to represent the backup that I have ordered. This is the baby size of the Laura Mercier Metallic Taupe Caviar Stick. So I got this in a set of 4, I think last Christmas or maybe the Christmas before. I don't remember. But I got that set specifically for this shade and the fact that it had Intense Moonlight, because Moonlight is one of my favorite caviar sticks of all time. So it had the Intense version. Amethyst is one of my favorites, and it had the Intense version of Amethyst. And this particular shade, I have raved about loving Vanessa from the Bombshell Suite. She used to do YouTube videos, and now she's on Instagram. And I told you guys in my last video that she talks about Laura Mercier products all the time, like raves about Laura Mercier. And like, I believe her, because she's been raving about it for literally a decade. So there's nothing that she says that I don't believe when it comes to Laura Mercier. And she did a look with Metallic Taupe. I actually swatched it because it's like the most gorgeous color. And I have to tell you guys this, because if you like Metallic Taupe, so anyway, she did a look with this, and she put Urban Decay Moondust eyeshadow in Space Cowboy over it. And I love using that Moondust shadow over Platinum from Tom Ford, the cream eyeshadow Platinum. It's one of my favorite looks. And so this is like a more like bronzy gold version of that. And so I was like, oh my God, I have to get that set because it has all the colors that I want. And I tried that look, and it is absolutely perfect. But I needed to tell you guys this because I went on the Laura Mercier website, and by the way, she just released 6 new shades of caviar sticks, and they're all rose toned. When I tell you the amount of self-control that it took me to leave the website without ordering all of them, I didn't order any of them. but without ordering all of them, it was very, very difficult. So she has all of the caviar sticks separated in the styles that they are. So the new Rose collection is in one, shimmers, mattes, the intense versions. Then she had this little limited edition section that had 3 colors, and apparently metallic taupe is limited edition. So you know that I went on Ulta's app and ordered another one. So I have one coming. This is here to represent it. It was a very long spiel, but that is an amazing, amazing caviar stick. It is a beautiful color, so if you want it, you should probably get it like now. If it's one of your favorites, definitely buy a backup. Okay. I've also raved, I think in my last video, about how much I love the Cover FX Water Cloud Primer. And actually, I'll talk about this at the same time. This is the Cover FX High Performance Setting Spray. So, Sephora stopped carrying Cover FX, and when they stopped carrying them, everything was 50% off. So I ordered 2 of these, and 2 of the Water Cloud Primers, and 1 of the Gripping Primer, because I had never tried the Gripping Primer, but I knew that I liked the milk one. But still I hadn't tried it, so I only got 1 of those. But I had already had a sample of this and a sample of this that I got from one of those Ulta sample bags, and fell in love with both of these. So I ordered 2 of this and 2 of this. That way I had backups, and it cost me the same as buying 1. So it was totally worth it because I was going to anyway. So it was like perfect timing for Sephora to get rid of them. When I tell you this high performance setting spray is the perfect thing to use when you have to wear a mask all day. Like, it's a little different if you don't have to wear the mask all day. If you're just running to the grocery store or something, this isn't necessary. But if you are working in the public right now and you are still wearing a mask, even though the mask mandate has been lifted, this will stop anything from moving on your face. It is absolutely high performance. The only downside to this is that the nozzle on this really, really sucks. It leaves like the droplets. You know what I'm saying? Like when your nozzle doesn't work right and you get the droplets of setting spray everywhere, these tend to do that. So I just transfer it into a smaller like Urban Decay setting spray travel size bottle and use it like that. But I literally have like a week's worth in my first bottle, so I'm gonna have to move on to this one really soon. And I just really started using the 1 bottle of this because I've been trying to get through other primers, but I genuinely love this and love that I have a backup. All right, last but not least, I have 3 foundations in here. In my empties, you would have seen that I used up a bottle of the Estee Lauder Double Wear Nude. This is one of my favorite Estee Lauder foundations, to be fair. I don't know if I really can pick a favorite because I like them all. There is not a single Estee Lauder foundation that exists that I don't like. All of them are good. But I have 2 backups of this because it is discontinued now, unfortunately. They replaced it with the Hydra Rescue, which I also love, and I also have 2 bottles of, but they're in different shades. These are in the same shade. And I finished one up, so I'm gonna have to put one of these in my container. And then this is also discontinued. This is the Perfectionist foundation. I also have one of these on the go, and it's about halfway gone, so I'm gonna have to break this one out soon, and I'm like really sad that I don't have 2 backups of this, but that's okay because I'm sure they'll continue to come out with more foundations that are fabulous, and I will buy them all. I will buy and try all of them. But yes, that is everything. That is all of my makeup backups that I have currently. That is not to say that there will not be more. There will be more. There will always be more. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's kind of like a little niche video, but I love that I was asked to do it. I enjoy doing it. And if you guys have a backups box, please film it, because I want to be nosy too. Okay, I hope you guys have a good one. I'll see you in my next one. Bye!